That's a fair
I
assessment.
think
Who they
it's
play
very
first?
fair.
The Steelers?
They, no, they played us first, and it was
Commanders?
and it
They
was one
played
of
the
the most
Commodores and they
unimpressive
played the
games.
Cowboys.
And it was one of the most unimpressive games that I've seen us play.
I
I mean,
mean, second year slump on this way. Loading.
Yeah, and then we got busted by Green Bay. So I can't sit up here in this moment and say we're a good team.
but y'all were a
First
playoff
of all,
team last year, though.
Green Bay is fire.
No, they are, but I'm just talking about the way that we lost, though, the way that they dominated us. Like it's
Yeah,
one
they
thing to lose to a good
dominated
team.
you, huh?
So like Philly, right? So like Kansas City, right? Like Kansas City was literally a false start away from potentially getting the ball back. You know what I'm saying? Kansas City
Oh man.
was Travis Kelsey away from holding on to the ball to potentially winning that game. So it's not like they got stomped out.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it, but yeah, I feel you.
No, Cups and Lethal just hate on Mahomes. That's all that's going on right now.
There is no hate, man. I mean, when you're doing bad, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what we supposed to we're supposed to say they doing good?
Hey, hold on. Patty Mahomes is not doing bad. Don't do that.
I said the
Are you
Chiefs.
watching it? Yeah, the Chiefs are doing bad, but Patty Mahomes is playing amazing.
No, Cups just mad because somebody used Patrick Mahomes' name in a sentence with Tom Brady a couple of times. You know what I'm
Well,
Well,
saying?
that's
Lethal,
I don't
he's
I don't,
right
I don't
lethal,
there.
fault. I
lethal
don't
just
He's
fault.
right
mad.
there. He's in the same
Lethal,
company as Tom.
lethal just mad because his own team wasn't winning. So in
There you
turn,
go.
Lethal has nothing to say about any of this. He's
I'm good.
delusional. The
I'm
nigga
good.
sat up here and
We know how to
said
beat the
it's
Chiefs, so
racist
I'm
that
good.
AR don't start.
You know.
AR is the God's gift to the Colts, and Danny Dimes is dog water. He's ass. He's trash. White
Lethal
boy
told
coming from
me,
New York.
Lethal told me
He's
that I could
dog
be a
shit.
better. Lethal told me I could be a better podcaster if I listened to Anthony Richardson rap.
Hey,
Now,
now look at Lethal. He done turned around, put his underwear on backwards for Danny Dimes. It's crazy.
come on, bro. Damn.
Come on, Danny Allstate. Danny Allstate. He
Indiana
gave him a whole
Jones.
nickname. Gave him a whole nickname.
Cause we in good hands.
Bleed blue for the shoe. Nap Nation.
What he do?
We flip. We flip and we flop. We don't stand on our opinions as long as we win.
That's diabolical, Jack. That's
Nah,
just
I
want to
think the
say
Chiefs are
that's
fine. We'll
diabolical.
find out. Well, I think the Chiefs win. I think the Chiefs win two out of their next three. They got Baltimore within that three, so that's the game that they might lose. You know,
They
but
might.
They
They
gonna
yeah,
lose to
they
might,
your
might.
boy
bro.
Lamarcus
They gonna
Jackson.
lose to
Well,
the Ravens. They gonna
so
lose
the
to the
same way.
Giants.
All right, so time out, time out. Let me ask you a quick question. So if you could hold on to beating Kansas City like 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Why can't the Chiefs hold on to beating the Ravens the last two times that they played, which were the last 2 years?
These ain't the same old Chiefs,
It ain't the
and these
same
not
old
the
Colts
same
and
old
Chiefs
Ravens.
either.
It ain't the same old Ravens either.
Yeah, the Ravens that blow 17-point leads in the fourth quarter.
It's a good team,
Hey, look, man, I
and they're
got my
supposed to be a
money
good team.
on the Ravens when it gets down to that matchup,
No, I think the Ravens are going to win too. But to act like the Chiefs can't win though, just because?
bro. They gonna lose to the Giants. The Chiefs are abysmal. The Chiefs are declining and right in front of our eyes, and people don't see that.
We do see it. We just don't think that it's to the point of winning 5 games or some shit.
Man,
They'll
please,
win.
bro.
They'll win seven
They go.
games and miss the postseason. They'll win. They can win
They
9 games and
barely
miss the
win
postseason
seven.
with the way that the West is shaping up.
Well, I don't know because you know what's happening right now. Y'all are giving the Chiefs all this hell, and y'all giving Denver a whole lot of grace.
Shit,
We
they just
giving
lost a
Denver no
game
grace,
to a
but
good team.
they look better than
Denver
they look
hasn't
better
looked
than
good
Kansas City,
though.
That's
Denver
cap.
hasn't looked good.
bro.
Bo Tom just had like a 4 tub game.
Bo Nix,
He just
Yeah,
threw a
but look at
untargeted
the
pick.
actual. Forget the
Bo Nix
numbers.
still
Forget the numbers.
threw 3 tutties against one some Raiders.
Now lethal. Now lethal. I know you be watching Nap Nation. I don't care what the numbers say. Bo Nix did not have a good game.
What makes you say that though?
Oh no, in the game,
The
Bo was
throw,
lighting us
the,
up, bro.
the throws that he missed, the plays that he did, the
The
plays
only
that he didn't make, like
the problem with yeah, but the only big difference was he threw a pick and Danny didn't. That was the biggest, his
no,
biggest
y'all are just
change of the
looking at
game,
the
bro.
box
If he didn't
score.
throw that pick, bro, no, I'm
But he did.
watching the game
That's
too,
what I'm
bro.
saying. He just threw
If
an
he doesn't
untimely
throw
pick
that
though.
pick,
But I
if Bo
mean
Nix
that's
No,
no
but
blame
I'm
for
that
saying
that.
like
drive, we
y'all are
go up
looking at the box
they go up
score.
2 scores, bro.
So like for example,
I was watching the game.
for example, Baker Mayfield didn't have a good game against the Texans. He just had a good quarter. You know what I'm saying? Or he didn't have a good game against the Falcons. Tampa just won the game. Like Bo
I
Nix
don't
has
know.
not had a good game yet.
Bro, he
You
had
said
a
Penix
bad
hasn't had a
game
good
his
game.
first game with the 3 picks. His first game, he had a bad game because he had 3 turnovers and barely had a touchdown. His second game against us, he had 3 touchdowns and only turnaround from game 1 to game 2. He had a way better game than he did in his game 1. That's why I'm giving him credit where credit's due.
Yes,
He
he
had a
did.
great game, bro. The
He did have a better
interception
game. I still wouldn't
itself
say
caused
that.
him.
I still wouldn't say that it was Bo time. And then you got to figure that Denver's defense hasn't looked good either. And that was supposed to be the bread and butter.
Yeah, but if you had to compare Bo Nix and Patrick Mahomes off the first 2 games, you'll probably take Bo Nix.
I would take Bo Nix because Patrick Mahomes don't got his weapons.
I thought he was that guy, man. I just
Like
thought you just made that shit happen.
Patrick Mahomes is leading the Chiefs in rushing right now.
I feel you.
That's
I know,
sad.
but that's what I'm saying.
That's sad.
But that's
That's
what I'm saying. Like y'all hating on Patrick to make a point instead of because if Bo Nix was missing Cortland Sutton and some other people and he was
no.
playing bad, y'all would say,
I'm
"What do
not
you want
hating
him
on.
to do?
I'm
His
not hating
weapons
on
are
Patrick.
gone." That's what y'all would say. But since it's Patrick Mahomes, y'all are like, "I don't
I
give a
don't
fuck
want.
about none of that."
No, no, bro.
I don't give a damn about that.
Cause
We don't
y'all
care
No,
already
bro.
about the
said
Because
he the
facts,
bro.
we
He the
baby.
goat.
we been said
Y'all
it, bro.
already said he the GOAT. Y'all already said, look at what he's done without
He
Tyreek
he's
Hill.
on
Who
the
said
path.
that?
We thought he
He's
would
on
be.
the path to be the GOAT.
Put a
We
name
thought he
on it.
would be
Put a name on
kaput.
it. Who said Patrick Mahomes was the GOAT? Put a name on it.
He's on the way to
He
be a
said,
GOAT,
"Put a
bro.
name on
He's not
Because
the
it."
because
GOAT. He's
Adam
on the
ain't here
way.
right now. Adam ain't here right now. So don't pick on him.
Look at what we thought would happen. Look at what we thought would happen when Tyreek Hill left the team, and what happened? Nothing.
Wait,
What do
hold on.
you mean?
Wait, hold on, pause. What did you think was gonna happen with Tyreek Hill? Because I've never believed in this nigga. So y'all niggas be believing in flash in the pan. That's the problem. Y'all see one good season and
What?
think these niggas is amazing. You gotta
Yeah.
look
What
at
did
the full
Tyreek
Are you
Hill
box.
saying
do?
Tyreek Hill
Tyreek
only
Hill
had
ain't
one good
never been
season?
nice. Tyreek
Tyreek
Hill ain't
Hill
never been like that.
last week against the Patriots. Let me emphasize against the Patriots. Had his first 100-yard game in like his last 9 games.
Talk about it.
What
What
has
does
been the
Tyreek Hill do?
quarterback situation?
Is that
Oh! You see this, Jack? You see this? Now
It's
it's the
crazy.
quarterback situation with
It's
Mahomes. Fuck all that,
crazy.
Well,
right?
hold on, wait. I'm not even for one. You've never heard me give the excuse for Tyreek Hill because again, he's never had a down year, and the down year that
You're
he had,
making
he
the
still put up
excuse right
900
now.
yards.
Wait, hold up. What do you mean he's never had a down year?
He's never had a down year. His down year was
Last year was
900
a down
yards.
year.
900 yards.
Okay, now time out. Stay there for a quick second. Stay there for a quick
Please,
second.
please provide context with
So,
them
so
weak
with
ass
everything
900
that you just
yards.
said about Mahomes, right? Is Tyreek Hill not considered to be a top 5 receiver in the league?
For sure.
Then what we
Yeah.
talking
Based off
about
of
then?
name
But
alone.
that's what
Based
I'm
off of
saying.
name
You was
alone.
like,
depend
if
on
you
who
Productivity don't
if
do it.
Cortland
depend on
Sutton,
who's
no,
speaking
no,
of
because the
which?
reason why
If
I
you
said
talking
that,
about
the reason why I said that was because you was like, well, if Cortland Sutton was out and so was out, you would be like, oh, we need to give Bo Nix grace or whatever, whatever. Which I
Right.
wouldn't. Which I
You
wouldn't.
would. You
I
would.
wouldn't.
You just did it for Tyreek Hill.
I wouldn't. But what I would say was, Well, the reason why I said that was because people be like, Patrick Mahomes, give him credit because you just said he don't have his receivers, and I'm just like, bro, we've already discussed what happens when, or we've already seen what happens when he loses star players. We've seen him win, so I'm not trying to hear that excuse anymore.
No, it's a difference. Like you're talking about, they lost Tyreek Hill, but they had everybody else. I'm talking about they ain't got nobody. Those are two different
I'm
things.
still, yeah, nah, I'm really not. I'm still
Those are
because they
two
still
different
adding
things.
people. They still adding people. They've
No,
added
like
people since he
so
left.
Rasheed Rice is out. Xavier Worthy's hurt. You know what I'm saying? They got brand new
Tyquan
offensive
Thornton's on the
linemen.
field.
They got brand new offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same
Okay,
as
what
if
you,
you
what
just
you say
took
about
away
the
one
Dolphins?
player
The
and
Dolphins,
then
the
it all fell
Dolphins shouldn't
apart.
be where. Okay, but
I would say that
the
the
Dolphins
Dolphins'
is in the
time
same.
has
The
run out.
Dolphins have returned.
No, the Dolphins had a very specific window, and they did a shitty job building their team outside of trying to build track stars. So now those chickens are
Their
coming home
defense
to
just kept
roost.
getting hurt in the playoffs.
No, the offense didn't show up in the playoffs. Like in the last 3 years or something like that, Miami is like 30% on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. That's because they tried to build track stars instead of football players.
Shout out to Ollie Gordon.
You know what I'm saying? What up, Mike?
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
What up,
Ice
Tell that
folks?
Man in
man.
the
What up, folks?
building.
I'm happy
You know
my
what I'm
nigga
saying?
Lisa's back in the building.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm providing context. Excuses would be, at the end of the season, if they go 6-11 and don't figure it out, and then I say some of this stuff, what I'm saying, that's making excuses. This is just the first 2 games of the season. We still got a whole long way to go.
But we know the numbers. We noticed the stats behind 0-2 start teams, 2-0 start teams, and 1-1 teams. Teams who are 0-2 don't make the playoffs. Rarely do they make the playoffs.
Bro, I understand that, but we've seen 0-2 teams make the playoffs. That's why it's a statistic.
I said
Because
that too.
even
I
though
get it.
it's not likely, it does happen. Like
But
the
for the
Bengals were
Chiefs,
literally a game away last year from making the playoffs.
but for the Chiefs standards, bro, this is not Chief standards. This is the
There
downfall
is
of the
there is
Chiefs.
no standard. The standard is, can you make a Super Bowl run? You can't make the Super Bowl in September.
That's true.
That is true.
Now, if we get to say we get to week 9, and they're sitting there at 3-5, 3-6, now we can have that conversation. But like, it's not like I said, it's not like they lost to the Browns. It's not like they lost to the Bears.
So if
They
they
lost
lose
to the
to the
defending
Giants, if
Super
they
Bowl
lose to the
champion.
Giants if they lose to the Giants this Sunday, then can
If they
can you
if they
put
lose if
can
they
you
lose
push
to the
the
Giants,
button?
we gonna have a conversation. Yeah, if they
Then
lose
we
to the
Yeah, we got
Giants,
to we
yeah,
got to have a conversation about how good the Giants are, not how
yeah.
bad they are.
If they lose to the Giants, I will come back on here and take back everything that I just said.
so would it
You know what
be?
I'm
But
saying?
would that notion be because the Giants are actually good or the Chiefs are actually abysmal?
It depends
The
on how the
abysmal
game
is
plays
crazy.
out. I can't make that decision. I have to see the game first because they could lose due to a bad penalty. You know what I'm saying? They could lose due to Mahomes getting hurt. Like all that stuff.
But
Just
then
like
you would be
y'all,
like,
right? The
but then
only
you'll
the
be
only
like,
reason y'all beat Denver, was because they called that leverage call. If they don't
I
call that
mean, hey,
leverage call,
hey,
no, no, I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just
hey, I
saying
feel
that
it.
that's you know what I'm
I
saying? You
feel it.
just gotta look at the whole story.
I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was poor clock management by my head coach on the
It
final
was.
drive.
And he
Poor.
got bailed out.
He did gracefully, and
But I'm
I
not
have
gonna
no.
say, yo, the Colts are overrated because the referee made a bad call.
Nah, it wasn't a bad call.
It was a bad call. Well,
Not.
okay, my bad. You're right. The call was correct. It's a bad rule. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Yes.
The rule is that rule is trash. Though. You gotta relax.
Yeah. In other news,
Yeah.
my team's 2 and
Hey
0.
man,
So that's why. So that but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So like with the Eagles, right? Like I could argue that the Eagles are 2-0, but if we're using this as the foundation of the conversation, the
is it the
Eagles,
same as they
right? The Eagles are not a
2017?
good 2-0 right now because they couldn't stop Dallas until there was 5 minutes left in the game. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't, like Kansas City, Travis Kelsey literally let a ball bounce off his hands in the end zone. The refs didn't call a
Is
false
he
the
washed?
refs didn't call a false start on the tush push, or else the Chiefs might be 1-1 and we having a whole different conversation.
Are they constantly false starting on the tush push, or was it just that one play that they're sticking out
It's not my
because it's so
problem.
broad because of
I'm
the
not a
I don't know.
movement?
referee.
I
It's
had
not
to
my
go back
problem.
and look. Mike could tell
Yeah, I
you.
think it
Mike
might have
might
been
be able to
just
tell
one
you.
time.
I
I think
think
it
the
might be
ref
just one time. I haven't really.
I think
Yeah,
the
I think it
referee
might have
should do
been
his
just correct.
job, and I think that's what
Yeah.
it is. Do your job.
'Cause
I don't
I never
care.
seen him really fall stuff like that. I don't think it was like a
I
thing.
see I see
It just
plenty of
happened
pass
one time.
interference calls. I see plenty of face mask misses. See it all the time. So who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you're gonna see
Head
a lot
slap.
more. You're gonna see a lot more of them too with a Dory Jackson on that other side.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He ass. He's super
He is
ass.
super ass.
But
I can't wait till
apparently,
y'all get.
Vic Fangio sees something in him that the rest
Yeah,
of
I'm
us
picking.
don't.
I'm
Uh
picking the
So
oh.
Rams this weekend.
Are you taking your Commodores to beat the Raiders?
Yeah, I don't care who the quarterback
it's the
is.
Raiders. I was about to say it's the Raiders. They have to
I don't.
lose.
So I got two reasons. I got two reasons. One, I like the fact that they're coming off of Monday Night Football and got to come all the way over to the East Coast. And then two,
Mm-hmm.
any, anytime I see Ashton Genty on the field, I'm telling everybody to blitz.
That's
You know he
not
getting the ball.
I mean, good point.
Like I want 5 of y'all to blitz because he ain't touching none of y'all.
But they looking for a get right game. The Raiders.
Well, they gonna have to wait till next week.
Who do they play after that?
I don't know. I ain't got it in front of me right now, but the Chargers is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? They beat Denver this weekend. I ain't gonna say
I think
it might be a wrap.
defense
That's
is
a
not what we
runaway,
thought
bro.
it was.
It's a
It
runaway.
might be a wrap
It's a
if they beat
runaway.
because they be 3-0 in the division already. And like realistically,
Yeah,
you
that's a runaway.
realistically you could
Go.
probably win the division with a 4-2 record.
All about the.
Do y'all see any division after week 2? After week 3, like you said, will be already wrapped up.
No, Buffalo won the division like in August.
Nigga said
Who?
he won
Yeah,
that bitch in
Buffalo they won that shit in August.
Oh
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right. You're
We
not.
still
yeah.
gotta find
Buffalo
out
not going
what kind
nowhere.
of team
Yeah.
New England is. We got them in a couple weeks.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Hmm. Speaking of New
What
England,
you
y'all did
say?
look good Sunday too.
Bro, I already gave you the order though for your division earlier this year. I said Bills 1, Patriots 2, Jets 3, Dolphins 4.
Don't sleep on the Pats, man. They played them well last year too.
Hey, I'm sleeping on the Pats until they stop a pass play.
Bro, we ain't got
They
Christopher
lead the league in
Morris.
Yeah, they
sacks.
also lead the league in pass yards given up.
We ain't got our
Andre
best
So that
Patton.
shit,
corners.
they on
They
Sammy
put
Sosa
Alvin
status. It's either a home run or a strikeout.
Bro, we are reshuffling our entire secondary. Kyle Duggar's not starting. Craig
Oh, and
Wilson.
I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm not doing the hot box next week
Damn.
because
Wow,
after
bro.
Aaron Rodgers get done with the Patriots, I ain't trying to hear Cubs.
Oh, Cubs gonna make
Oh,
all the
come
excuses.
on.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is still trash.
Well,
He's
you got
still
that face is hilarious.
garbage.
Oh,
He's
I thought that was
still
another
Yeah, that
reason.
face is
trash.
hilarious. Put that on the shirt.
I thought that was another reason.
I ain't
Aaron
even
Rodgers
get
out
yeah,
that
I
one.
here.
I
clip.
don't
Yeah, I
get it.
clipped
Aaron
that
Rodgers
one.
I
out
don't get
here
it.
After
showing
You
y'all
Aaron
got a
niggas
Rodgers
meme
nothing.
ready.
walks,
That was it.
after Aaron Rodgers walks that mud hole dry, you know what I'm saying? Cubs gonna be mad until the Patriots win again,
Oh, Jack.
I don't
and that
even
shit
get
might
that one.
not be till November.
Nah, bro. Aaron Rodgers gonna have a Jesse James, Ben Roethlisberger moment, but it's just gonna be with him and DK Metcalf.
Hey,
DK
is
need to.
speaking of which, Cubs is Gonzalez playing this weekend?
No, I think we're gonna shelf him until we play the Bills, and I think we play the Bills week 5.
Bill should have lost that game last night.
I agree. This nigga Tua fucking stared down that shit.
Oh my god, I wish you niggas would stop pretending Tua's good. He's fucking trash, bro. Niggas arm is trash. He's
The
ass.
Bills
Niggas
did not
brain
play well
barely
last night.
works. Like the
The
Bills played
Dolphins
like
helped.
dog shit, and the Dolphins still lost.
The
They suck
Dolphins
because their
helped them. The
quarterback is
Dolphins
ass.
helped them win that game. No, it wasn't just the quarterback. It was the guy who ran into the punter. It was the guy who got the extra penalty on the goal line play that gave them a first down when they just stopped them. It was a whole bunch of little stuff like that that just
Instead
continued
of
to
Discipline, bro.
is
They not
instead of
disciplined. It's the
Tyreek Hill
culture.
instead of Tyreek Hill blocking, he was having mental lapses thinking about beating up women.
Yeah, that joint was crazy.
Oh man, if
You
you
saw that
don't
shit,
beat
Mike?
women, you know that if you didn't
Well,
beat women,
I'm
you
just
can't have allegations of beating them.
You saw that shit, Mike? That
oh,
announcer just randomly bringing that up.
I did see that wild ass shit. They be doing that shit on purpose too, yo.
It was funny.
that was the most random bring up though. It wasn't like even a lead in. It was just like the game was going. I was like, yo, we just want y'all to know Tyreek
necessary, bro.
might
Yeah,
be
I think
beating
the
look,
women,
media should
y'all.
be fined for that, bro.
yeah, exactly. Like that's why I would fuck niggas up. I'm like Dion. I run up on them niggas like, yo, I'm gonna throw a whole pitcher of water in your head. What were you saying now?
I was watching that clip and I was like, "Yo, Molly Curum, is that you? Like, is that
For
Malik?
real
Is that you,
though.
Malika?"
Yeah, like
Is that still?
yo, who was the one that was like, yeah, Kobe died, but let's not forget that he had a rape allegation.
Michelle Beadle.
Michelle
Michelle
Beadle.
Bill, yeah.
That's
Like
Mike's girl. That's
that's
Mike's
wild
girl.
ass shit, bro.
That was
Like
the
that's some
wildest.
It
diabolical
was
shit.
That
bad.
was wild.
You know what I'm saying? These
Yeah,
are
that was
Let's
terrible,
not
diabolical.
dog.
forget.
Cause I like
Let's
Michelle
not
Beadle, but I
forget.
was mad. I was mad she said that. I was like, oh, that's
Let's not
crazy.
That was.
forget this man was accused of rape. I'm like,
Like
what?
that's wild, bro.
I
So that's
that
why I
he
was
was
saying
acquitted,
about the
wasn't he?
Tyreek joint. I'm just like, bro, being understandably that the players don't hear this shit. But I know some players probably go back and watch the games or these clips and edits. They're gonna see these bitches when they're done
Yeah, that's
playing,
cool.
and when they
Stop
see this,
beating
shit, be
bitches.
like, damn, nigga, y'all saying this while I'm out here on the field trying to goddamn get a win? That's crazy, bro.
You
This
out
is
They
what
don't
y'all
give
here
a
want to
shit.
beating
talk
up
about?
bitches off the field, not
I'm a
getting
decent man
wins.
from the city of demons. Niggas be scheming. Niggas be tripping.
Niggas.
Word.
Domestic
He's a
violence.
decent man.
So many reasons. Mental health
Mental health
reasons.
reasons,
Man,
Financial reasons.
financial reasons.
Religion. I
Tyreek
love this
Tyreek Hill need
city.
Tyreek Hill.
City,
But I
but
love
If
I
this
if
love this
city.
if
city.
Tyreek Hill
Whoa.
want to fight,
Whoa.
if Tyreek Hill want to fight, all he got to do is go find whoever was defending Dalton Kincaid.
Oh man.
Damn.
Oh.
That was also wild.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. What is that?
Yo, who's in the tornado?
Hey.
It's not me.
Is that the P Wagon?
Y'all are in my
No,
ear.
it's
Like
not.
y'all gotta stop that.
Like, yeah, he need to go beat up some of those defensive backs and linebackers. That's who he need to fight.
Get out all them
And,
niggas' ass.
bro.
Hey
They was down to like
man,
they
bro.
fifth corner.
Oh, count my
Corner.
Oh my God, he's in Stone Mountain.
So at what point? Let me ask y'all this. So if y'all were in charge, at what point do you say, I
Hey
don't need to
yo.
see no more Mike McDaniel, you gotta go?
I don't
Hard
think
to
that's
say that.
fair. Marvin Lewis got to drive a whole franchise into the dirt for 23 years.
He was
He didn't
making the
drive into the
playoffs
Hard.
at
dirt.
least.
He was making the playoffs,
Get
dog.
that, get that man out of here. That man be in press conferences sounding like he on straight fentanyl. I'm not really sure
Yo,
what's going on. I don't know how you
That
pass the
man
ball. I don't
said
know.
to win the game, you gotta
you
win
got to win the
games.
game. You got to win the
Win
game
the
to win
game.
games.
So when you win the game, you win the game. And
You
then the
got
game
to,
is won.
in order to win games, you got to win games.
Come on now. I'm like this nigga
Like,
That's
talking like
that's deep.
old ball Jones.
like,
But
like
that's
that's
but
how you
that's
got
what
to
I'm
do
saying.
it.
But how long do you gotta let this drag out? Or can you just be like, all right, this ain't getting no better. I don't see it improving, you're gone.
I would have fried him and Dayball already. I'm cool. I've seen enough.
Damn, they all gotta win.
They got to win.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Debo don't gotta win. Never mind. Never
No,
mind.
Denver
Debo
don't
They
got to
don't
had
gotta
win.
an
win.
almost. They had an almost win. See, an almost win. All that talent on
More
that team, they still
victories.
can't win. I'm cool. I'm sitting up. I don't
I'm
see
gonna show
anybody
y'all,
improving under Debo.
show y'all my beautiful city, bro. This is
Well,
the
the
Cooper
crazy
Bridge,
part is
bro.
they talking about if they do fire Mike McDaniel, they looking at the defensive coordinator as the head coach.
Is that
I
Weaver?
wouldn't do that. Hell
Is
no.
that Anthony Weaver?
Yeah, yeah. Apparently he's got a great reputation around the league.
I would assume.
As what? Being somebody with tank?
Being somebody that is going to be a great head coach one day.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
As long as the Dolphins don't Gerard, as long as the Dolphins don't Gerard Mayo him, you know what I'm saying, or Brian Flores him, then they might have a chance. He might have a good chance.
That's what I'm getting at.
I don't know. I think that
Who the hell is
Should
Ronald
Raheem
McNair now,
Morris have
bro?
a starting job?
I mean the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since 2000. First of all,
Why you
Damn.
hating?
Who was that? Ray? Was that Ray? Ray Lucas?
I don't know who that was. That was Dan Marino still, wasn't it?
I'm
In 2000, yeah, it was. It was still
No,
Dan Marino.
no, Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington. It was
Was
Chad
it
Pennington.
Chad Pennington?
Yeah, Chad Pennington took the Dolphins with it was 10-6
Leo Lemon.
that wild card
Yo,
year.
Chad Pennington is a legend. He got the Dolphins' last playoff win,
And the
and he
Jets.
shut out and he shut out Peyton Manning in the playoffs.
Wow.
Let's
I
go,
think his son's
Chad.
playing too
I
right now.
Shout out to the
I know
Pim.
Lethal remember that shit.
Shout out to the Pim. Fuck you.
so how good is Tampa?
Bro, Tampa is
I
good as
watched Tampa
Baker
twice.
Mayfield and Abuka is, bro.
Nah, they good as that defense is. Like I ain't gonna front. I'm not a Todd Bowles guy, but he been dialing that shit up on defense though. That's what's really been saving them a lot of games. And their offense really been stalling.
Yeah,
But
and
Baker's been coming through late for him, like you said. Like he been coming through, making some plays. They just got to run the ball more. Get that shit to Bucky more.
they got Philly next week.
They refuse to run the football. That's their.
Yeah, but I'm,
I ain't
I'm
gonna
here for
lie.
I'm here for them to play Philly next week.
I ain't gonna lie,
Me
bro. I'm
too.
sitting here
I'm with
listening to Ryan Clark and Cam Newton talk about football, and it's pretty awesome. Stephen A. Smith is just shutting the fuck up. It's pretty nice. Like
you. Yeah, Stephen A. as
you
a
can
moderator
hear
is disgusting.
the
Well, if I was able to actually stomach that channel, I would watch it with you.
well, no, I mean I ain't got nothing else to watch, and I'm not gonna keep putting on like TV shows and movies that I want to watch, and then I gotta talk. So I just put this on.
Hey, watch some Jey Uso, man.
The goat, I'm good.
All right, so
The Commanders
who
suck.
else?
Yeah, we know.
Cowboy Mike still in this
Oh,
job.
okay,
Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought I was muted,
Yeah,
bro.
Murray, what
My
up though? What
bad.
up?
okay.
What up?
It's all good.
What a hood? What a hood? What a hood? That nigga said the
Yeah, bro. I
Commanders
thought
suck.
I was muted.
He
So
throwing mad shit
yeah,
at
Cowboy
us.
Mike still in this job.
so hold on real quick. You know what's crazy though? So the Lions play the Ravens on Monday Night Football, right?
Right.
In Jared Goff's career, he's thrown 120 passes against the Ravens, and none of those 120 passes are touchdowns.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm taking man unders on that shit then.
I'm taking the super under on that jump.
Thank you for that great stat. Yeah, thank you for that great stat.
Yes,
I
sir.
needed that one for sure.
Appreciate that 2-5.
I'm going all unders on
Yes,
that shit.
sir.
And is Red still in?
No, he had to leave for a second. Let's see who we got. So how you
Down to the
feeling, Mike? You ready? You ready for another shootout this weekend?
Yeah, I am. That's what it was gonna be. Unless we just start playing cover two. I think I think the Bushcraft will probably get back to their I wouldn't say scoring ways, but I think they're gonna probably play better than they played against anybody else.
Yeah,
I see Caleb Williams lighting us up. I mean, unfortunately, I just think Diggs ain't healthy. You know, like I thought Elam would play better. He just not. Man. I don't know, man.
yeah. I had high
He's not.
hopes
I
for
don't see
him,
the
but
outside.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely had high hopes too. And I feel like he was playing better inside. You know, Bland was there, but to put him outside, man, he just, I don't know. I don't think he understands, like, dog, you got to run with the receiver. Then they kept putting Donovan Wilson in bad spots. Like, he's not a cover safety. You got him in a single high. He's just sitting there like, all right, what do I do? Like, nigga, what do I pass you?
right,
So he refused out after he fucked that up. Like, you got to put them niggas in, like, cover two or, like, just stay in the zone. Like, dog, what are you doing? Like, that shit
right.
Russell was pulling off. I'm looking like, bro, how y'all not defending this shit? Like, they literally just dropping back and say, hey, Hail Mary. Like, this shit's stupid as hell.
bruh.
I'm gonna be
Do,
throwing shit in that motherfucker. I'm in that joint melting down.
do you feel like the Cowboys played the kind of game you would have expected against the Giants offense, or do you feel like the Giants just caught y'all off guard?
Well, like I said, I think Eberflus he didn't play a good defensive scheme. I mean, Dak did what I thought he would do. I thought I'm just still waiting for Ferguson to kind of take off. He ain't really did shit. Pickens got opportunities finally. It threw him a couple slants. You know, so I mean, I think the offense did what we supposed to did, but defensively, where we got to just have a scheme. We got plenty of players that can tackle. We got to get a good scheme.
For sure.
We getting sacks, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's not like we not getting to the football, and we stopping the run. Nobody's running the football on us like they were last year. That's one thing niggas ain't talking about. They want to talk about how much we miss Mike and all this shit. They're not talking about how we're gonna give up 60 yards to Saquon Barkley. Last week
Right.
I think we gave a total to Scatterboo and Tracy. I think it might have been maybe
Are
70 if
the
I'm not mistaken.
Packers
It had
overhyped?
No,
I don't know. That's a good question.
no. I think the Packers would be overhyped if they did what they did. If they were doing it to the Saints, you know what I mean? Like if they were doing it to like I don't know, like the Titans.
Yeah, because they
But
did that to the Lions, and then the Lions came out and they did what they did to the Bears. So it's like, they still might be the Lions, or the
and
Bears
then
might be a dysfunctional team.
and then they absolutely wiped Washington's offense out. So like, nah, the credit is due. Now, can it last the whole season? We'll have to find out. But for the time being, they deserve all the credit they get.
I guess
Are they the best 2-0 team?
they might be. I think they're better than Philly.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I mean, I picked them to go to the Super Bowl, so I'm gonna say yes anyway.
You definitely did. Definitely let that be known. But niggas will act like you didn't say nothing. Oh, he didn't say that shit. Niggas be in the
Yeah,
NFC Championship
before
game.
Micah. That was before Micah.
Big
Yeah, it
facts.
was.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember.
So I don't know. Like I think
The Naptown Packers Super Bowl is pretty tough. I like
I don't
that.
know how I feel about most. I don't know how I feel about most of the 2-0 teams.
What 0-2 team has the most potential?
Uh,
That's a damn good question, yo. Damn, that's a good question. Maybe the Jets. I'm high on the Jets.
I like the Jets too, but Justin Fields is out, so
Tyrod
No,
Taylor,
so I'm
though,
just like,
bro. Tyrod can still appeal, bro.
this is true.
I
This is
mean,
true. This is true.
I don't know, man. Like it's tough because obviously, like Houston's defense speaks for itself, but that offensive line is even worse than I thought it was coming into the year.
Yeah. Ooh, bro,
You
you ain't
know,
never lied. That shit.
that shit is awful. Uh,
God awful.
like If Tennessee could hold on to the ball, I feel like they could sneak up on a few teams, not make the playoffs or anything, but they could beat a few teams. I don't know.
So who's the most fraudulent 2-0 team?
Mm.
A part of me wants to say Philly.
What about the Cardinals?
I like the
They are two
Cardinals.
and zero. Me too.
I think the
Shout out to
Cardinals about to be
Kyler Murray.
3-0.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
You know what I'm saying? I like the
Upset alert.
Cardinals. I like the Cardinals. You
Kyler
know what I'm
Murray
saying? I'm trying to
balling,
think.
dog. Not to walk through yet. Back to that old form.
Rams 2-0. The Niners 2-0. The Bengals are 2-0. We 2-0.
I
Who
guess it
else
would be the
2-0?
Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, the Bengals. Fuck, they two
because
and
I
zero.
mean,
That's crazy. I
Jacksonville was
mean,
on that ass. Jacksonville was on that ass
bro,
before Burrow got hurt.
come on, dog. Yeah, I remember you hit me. I couldn't believe it when you hit me and was like, "Yo, Jacksonville fumbled that shit." I said, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like I threw my phone and shit. Like, ain't no way they fumbled that shit. But I was watching another game in the other room. I'm like, I thought that shit was over with, dog. Like, I said, "Get the fuck out! Them niggas lost? No way."
All right. Well,
Just gave that
let
shit
me
up.
let me ask our AFC South expert a question real quick. So we've been talking about the Chiefs, right? Are the Texans about to be 0-3 this weekend?
You goddamn right, bro. We handling business. This, you know what type of game this is? This is
I
the
said the
game.
Texans, not the Titans.
Oh, the Texans. Oh yeah, they gonna be 0-3
They,
too, bro. Piss poor. We running away with our division, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the only competition, probably, literally, bro, would be Jacksonville, just based off of they still have a competent offense. If Trevor Lawrence can somehow figure out how to not throw hospital balls, they still have a competent offense.
why your LSU receiver acting like he went to Mississippi State?
I don't know, bro. It's very upsetting to me, bro. Maybe it's the sophomore slump thing. Maybe it has something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, he had a little too many margaritas out there in Florida or something. You know what I'm
Well, I know
saying?
that.
Too many
I
pina
know on that one
coladas.
pass play. Well, I think on that one pass play, he just wanted to make sure that he was going to wake up the next day.
Lord,
Yeah.
if your
Good
quarterback is
decision.
throwing hospital balls, bro, I mean, shit, I might have to some too. Ricky Water some too. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Olave, he is the first person to understand what hospital ball means to his career. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, bro, like if my quarterback throwing duds too, nigga, I'm trying to preserve my body. Shit, I might
When Spencer Rattler going to get his first win?
when they decide to put Tyler Shuck in and he gets his first win as a backup.
Oh damn.
That's tough. I should hang up on you for that, John. That was crazy.
That's funny as
That wasn't
hell.
even my question. I wasn't even involved in that, John. The unprovoked
I
straight
mean,
was crazy, dude.
I've been trying to save some good hilarious, you know what I'm saying, material for the box, you know what I'm saying? So just saying.
Nah, you just violated
No,
it
Just
too.
Spencer. I think Spencer was playing well though. To Cubs credit, like he's been playing really well. He's been
He
keeping a
has.
lot of games for real.
Well, you could argue that they should have won both of their games.
100%.
They
Like,
should have.
you know what I'm saying? So hey, we'll see.
Even
I'm
they
definitely
lost
looking
But
for a
then
both.
it'd
big
be like
Ryan Robinson.
that'll go to when does Bryce Young is his first.
Um,
I don't know.
2026.
That defense is bad, dog.
That's tough.
2026. No, I actually think they got a good chance against Atlanta this weekend. Yeah, Atlanta
Yeah.
hasn't impressed me like offensively. Like they seem to just play at the level of whatever's happening. Because you know that game one against
Yeah,
Tampa, they
Well,
should have blown Tampa out.
they should have had more opportunities. But again, they have no fucking receiving talent.
But you gotta think about it though. This Penix first, like, you know what I'm saying, full rodeo, you know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe this is just the engine that just gets some oil on, just keep oiling
He
it up,
needs
you know what
a
I'm saying,
fucking
pause. But it'll
receiver.
start, you know what I'm saying.
Mooney is not it. Ray McDonald is not it.
They got Drake
He ain't
London,
it. I
bro.
told you that
They
nigga's
got
not
Drake
good,
bro,
dog.
London.
bro. You know
He
what Drake
one
London
of them niggas.
is? Drake London is the tall ass dude that you never saw play basketball before, and you picking your team and you want the tall ass dude, and then you get him
Come on
on your
now.
team, he can't rebound or
Like,
dunk, and you're like, yo, you just tall for no reason.
no reason.
So between those USC receivers of Drake London and Michael Pittman,
Neither
who would
one
you
I
of
would
them.
take?
I've
take,
been told you that them
yeah,
niggas
I
are the
would take
same
Pittman,
person.
but I don't want neither one.
I don't want
I
either
would
one of
take
them
Drake
niggas.
London. I'm
That's
sorry.
crazy.
I would feature Cal Pitts. He been balling. He been
Well,
playing
that's what I
well.
was just about to. You read my mind. That's what I was just about to say. I was about to say somehow Drake London doesn't get the criticism that Kyle Pitts got.
Definitely.
Well, because
Yeah, I still
Drake
need a few
London
more
was
minutes.
putting up numbers better than Cal Pitts was with the same quarterback that Cal Pitts had, just as much as Drake London had.
But Drake London has never been good. Like he has moments, he has games, but I've never walked away from a Falcons game and said to myself like, "Damn, man, Drake London brought it today."
But you never sat here and said to yourself that damn Cal Pitts brought it today either.
Hey, Kyle Pitts done had a good 2 games this season so far.
We gotta let it play out
I
though.
don't know,
We just
man.
gotta let it play
No,
out.
definitely, we
Y'all
definitely
know
got
I'm
to
a
let it
Kyle Pitts
play out.
fan
But
too.
Are
just
you?
going up, just going off of what I've seen to this point, I don't believe in Drake London.
Okay.
Me neither. I'm moving on. The whole
Like I
receiver
would take,
core is not good at all. That's why Mike Penix can't get the ball
I
out.
would take I would take Cortland Sutton over Drake London.
Me too.
Mm. Mm.
And I hate Cortland Sutton.
Okay,
Agreed.
so which 1-1
That's tough.
team is the scariest 1-1 team?
I
Cowboys.
appreciate it. I'm good.
So it would be
Dallas
lazy
Cowboys.
for me. It would be it would be lazy for me to say Detroit after what they did last week.
It'll be lazy to say
Uh,
Baltimore too.
no, I was going to say Seattle.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Mike
You know what I'm
McDonald defense.
saying?
Okay.
Okay, Cooker.
Like as
Like,
Potato
long as
pot. I
Sam
got the
Darnold,
crock pot
yeah,
cooking.
as long as Sam Darnold don't mess it up.
turn to a
Like
pumpkin.
Kenneth Walker averaged 8 yards per carry against the Steelers last week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tough.
Mm-hmm. That Steelers defense is not the same, bro. that shit
I
is
No,
know.
it's not good at all.
that shit might be just worse than it was last year.
Paper mache.
All
I
right,
think so.
there's the question. There's the question. Do the Steelers make the playoffs this year?
Mm.
No, I
If
don't think so.
I already told y'all my AOC side.
I don't think
mm,
so.
that's a
I
tough
said
one
that in the beginning.
Nope.
I don't think they will
because you
or the
got
Chiefs.
that 3 month span of Joey B being on the show. If the Steelers can't capitalize on that,
Does Mike Tomlin get his winning streak continue?
Bro, Jay Brown ain't gonna beat the Steelers, bro.
Oh no, that's tough, man. You know,
Jay Brown ain't gonna beat the
Jake
Steelers, bro.
Browning's not a bad quarterback. He's just a. It's weird because he's a gunslinger that doesn't have a big arm.
My bad, bro. My
I'm saying that because the Steelers have an affinity for giving it up to backup quarterbacks, though,
So walk me.
especially within a
So
division.
walk me through this Patriots Steelers game.
The one we got coming up,
Yeah, walk,
we gonna get pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and that's really the biggest thing. We gonna get pressure on Aaron Rodgers. Carlton Davis is gonna do us a grand favor, and Carlton Davis is gonna put the clamps on DK Metcalf because Carlton Davis is a physical cornerback.
Now, again, we trying to debate whether or not we want to bring Christian Gonzalez back onto the field, but I think it's best we just, because it's a hamstring. So I feel like we should just let him stay out another 2 weeks. We got Buffalo coming up. I think that should be his first game.
Hey,
I feel like the situation that we in, go ahead.
I was gonna say the Steelers picked up Peppers, right?
They did.
Yep.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Milton Williams
everything
gonna
that
be
we
the
got,
X factor, bro. He gonna be the X factor in this game, bro.
yeah, him and Christian Barmore definitely are difference makers. You know what I'm saying? Harold Landry, 2 sacks. You know what I'm saying? We one of the top sack teams through 2 weeks. So I'm definitely not hating. Like I said, the defense is gonna be there in some capacity. Like I said, we lead the league. You know what I'm saying? We used to have one of the better secondaries. Now we got one of the better front sevens. We shuffling around players. Christian Gonzalez is hurt. Jabril Peppers is not there. Kyle Duggar is not a player. We're looking to really trade him or let him go after we just gave him a contract. So that's the kind of life we're living right now. But as far as the Steelers go, like I said, they were giving it up to Seattle. I know they had a wonky play on defense. I mean on special teams. But even if you would have took that play away, it would have still been 24 points. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I I
Yeah, I
feel
know.
like we
That's one of
gotta
the most inexcusable things I've ever seen.
yeah. Well, you talking about the play or what they gave up in general to Seattle?
The kickoff.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad play. But at the same time, I mean, even if that play didn't happen, they would have still gave up 24 to them boys. And like you said, Kenneth
Right.
Walker was every time he touched the ball, I thought he was ready to get a first down. So
Right.
I'm like,
I know. I saw that Charbonnet might be hurt, but we'll see.
yeah. And I mean,
Because Spencer Rattler got to go up there this weekend.
we've been talking about getting Jalen Milrow a package, man. I mean, but Sam Darnold, I mean, have you been watching the games? How does Sam Darnold look to you?
He just looked like he's back in game manager mode. They're not asking him to do too much. Just ball control and don't make the mistake.
Yeah, Seattle gonna run the football.
Yeah, and I think they'll be okay. I don't know if I don't think they're going to make the playoffs or anything like that, but I think they're going to be one of those teams that don't make the playoffs, but they're going to have a big role in who does make the playoffs.
Yeah, I feel that.
Do the Browns,
I
if
definitely
the
feel that.
Browns make a quarterback change before week 5, do they have a chance to
No,
put together above 500 season?
no. If the Browns change quarterbacks before week 5, they're going to get the number 1 pick in the draft instead of the number 3 pick.
What do you call the no? What do you call a above 500 season?
10 wins.
Well, I mean,
Literally
technically,
nine games.
technically, yeah, I was going to say technically it would be 9.
That's why I said that's why I said above. That's why I said above 5. You gotta get 10. 9 is just it's
Well, nine is above
the
500.
I don't know if
9 is
y'all
like
are.
a
There's an odd number of games now.
9 is
Y'all
more
realize what's
There is an odd number of games now. So by
nine
default,
and seven. I feel like
there is
nine
no
and seven.
500 seasons
I feel like saying you 9 and 7 is just like you might as well just say you're a 500 football team.
unless you tank.
Like
no. You might as well not because it's literally
Yeah,
above 500.
but nobody finishes 9-7 no more though.
Oh my god! Because
You
that's
can't finish.
16
You can't
games.
finish 500 anymore because there's an odd numbers of games.
either way,
So you're either 500 or I mean, you're either above 500 or
Yo,
you're under
lethal.
500. You'll never win. You'll never have a
I'll explain
500
it to you,
season.
lethal. I got you. There are 17 games in a season now. So if you're 9-7, that's 16
well,
games.
9 and 8, either or, bro. I feel like you say you 9 and 8, you just might as well say you're a 500 football team.
No, you might as well not because that wouldn't be actually true.
Like that's that,
That wouldn't be mathematically
Well,
Now,
correct.
wait
now
till we
I
get
get it, bro.
18 games and then we can revisit
I'm
this
not saying,
conversation.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not saying that I'm not. It's not what y'all saying is not facts and it's not logical. I get that. What I'm saying is just Me saying that my team was a 9-8 football team, I'm not counting that as a winning year for us. Like I'm counting that as like, bro,
I feel you. Well, yeah, we a 500
yeah,
team.
bro,
Whatever.
like 10 wins, double digit wins. All right, that's a winning year, baby. We a winning football team. That's how I kind of look at it.
So, so do we value reality or opinions?
Hey, Lethal got his own record book and he could do what he want.
I mean, bro, I'm just saying, bro. 10 wins,
You
bro.
know, because Stu
You're a
got
winning
still
football team.
says
It's
Stu
like when
got
people
says
say,
that
like,
Kevin Durant is still not a champion.
it's like when people say, oh, black people were the number one benefactors of affirmative action. And then you point to numbers, they say, well, what I'm saying is I think that black people were the number one benefactors of affirmative action. And yeah, you feeling that way doesn't make it true.
Whether it be 10-7,
Would I rather win one more game? Everyone would rather win one more game. Rather that be 3 and
all right
14
then, bro. That's a
or
win.
or 5 and 12, 5 and 13. It's you still yeah, 5 and 12.
Mediocre, middle of the pack.
Nah, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just talking about the number 500.
All right, so we done covered enough of sports, you know. Now that El Reza, damn, where Iceman go? That's crazy. Right when we were ready to start that shit.
I know.
But
Now
what
we
I was,
only now we only got the Jay Z fan.
that's
Jesus.
crazy.
Are y'all about
And
to
the
But
talk
Nas
about
yeah,
Dame
fan.
again? Are we bringing up Dame? Because it's like, bro, why we? What
Jay-Z ain't in this conversation. This is a Damon Cameron conversation now. Y'all want to
Dame
talk about
is
Jay-Z?
fuck Dame.
nah, cause I mean, I was telling Two Fine backstage that, you know what I'm saying, I didn't understand the context behind their relationship and how everything
Oh,
had
I can tell you the context
transpired.
behind the relationship. That's really easy.
Oh God. When
That's
I
really
was
easy.
yeah, nah, he was
You all right? You
yeah,
going
I
away, bro? You
had to
like you
warn
like
you.
falling down a hole or something?
my dog, bro. You already
I had
know,
to,
man, what's going on with it, man.
I had to warn you. You
What?
have entered the Jigga zone.
What happened?
No, he was trying to. He was asking me about the Dame and Jay fallout, and I said, "Well, Rez will give you the Jay version. Mike will give you the Dame version."
Nah, I mean you can. So I can do what I can do is give you no, and it's not really the Jay or the Dame version. It's my understanding of what happened. And you can, and as someone who also watched the situation, you can give pushback on things that you think I got wrong. I think that's pretty easy.
I
I'm
know,
not. I'm
but I
not
don't
gonna.
want to.
I'm not married to Jay Z
Like,
or Dame Dash. I don't have
I
like
know,
that kind
but
of investment in
at,
either of
no, at times it seems like Jay Z might be your Voldemort.
them. Nah, Jay Z is my
Oh
favorite
boy.
rapper of all time. And Jay Z is one of the people. If I, they always ask like, if you could meet one person dead or alive, who would it be? Jay Z will be on that list for me. So like, it's one
Mhm.
of those for me, but it's not a situation where I'm like, I never will ever like. I talk about Jerry Rice. I talk with Joe Montana. If you ask me about people's flaws, or whatever, I'll give you their flaws. That's easy work. Like I'm not somebody who's gonna like scream and yell at you because you said that you disagree with my opinion on Jay Z. Because my opinion on
All
Jay Z
right.
is my
Well,
opinion on Jay Z. I don't need it to be your opinion on Jay Z.
can you answer me a ESPN style question?
Go for it.
If you were
Depends on what
assigning
style.
if you were assigning blame to their fallout, how would you divvy it up?
So I definitely would blame Dame. I'll blame Dame mostly. I give Jay some. I think so. This is what I'll say, and I hope this answers your question. If it doesn't, let me know, and I will redo it. I give Dame blame because I think Dame created a situation where Jay had to look around and say, "How long can I do this before he ruins everything for everybody?"
Hmm.
So so for those who don't know, the background of Jay Z, Dame, and even Kareem Biggs is that Jay Z was a rapper. Jay Z came up under Jazzo, right? Jazzo like was the guy that who Jay Z literally named himself after, right? There's Jazzo, there's Jay Z. Jazzo was a recording artist. He had a song called Hawaiian Sophie Fame that Jay Z appeared on. That's Jay Z's first appearance in the public spotlight. But Jay Z was known in Bed Stuy, Brooklyn, and New York for going around and rapping in battles for a mad long time. He battled Busta Rhymes, he battled Big, he battled anybody that you think of big, LL Cool J, anybody big that you could think of from New York, Jay-Z's battled him before he was famous, right? So Jay is trying to shop a deal. Nobody wants to sign him. He runs into Dame Dash. Dame Dash is like, yo, I believe in you. Start taking you around to these spots where you can get a little more traction. Was a big time dope dealer. A lot of this stuff that Jay-Z talks about in terms of traveling, selling dope and all of that, whatever, that comes from his exploits with Kareem Biggs Burke, who became the third member of the triumvirate that became Rockefeller. Dame, Biggs, and Jay started Rockefeller Records because they realized that nobody would sign them under Priority Records. They got a distribution deal with the Priority Records and released their first album, the first album, which was Reasonable Doubt. Clark Kent was also producer extraordinaire and like just industry person, also had a big hand in introducing Jay-Z to people on an industry level. But Dame was Jay's number one guy. That was the guy who believed first. That's one thing that nobody disputes, including Jay-Z. Um, but as time went on, so they did release Reasonable Doubt under Priority Records, and then they ended up getting signed by Def Jam. Well, getting a distribution deal through Def Jam under Rockefeller Records. But what ended up happening was that Def Jam owned the rights to the Jay-Z albums after Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt was
Hmm.
owned by Jay, Dame, and Biggs because they just did a distribution deal under Priority Records. So when everything happened in the end, the only album that Def Jam didn't own the rights to was Reasonable Doubt. That comes into play much later on in the story. But they get traction on Def Jam. They start, selling records. As things go on, Jay-Z, Dame, and Biggs have very clearly defined roles in the beginning. Dame is the mouthpiece. He goes around and tells the story. Yo, y'all need to be supporting Rockefeller Records. Y'all need to be investing in Rockefeller Records. He keeps people off their back. He makes sure nobody's trying to take advantage of Jay. And Jay is the talent. Jay is the artist. Jay is the person that's out there. He's the face of the company. He's making the money. He's the talent. Biggs is the money. Biggs is the person that fronts the money. Things that like the early money for Rockefeller Records came from Kareem Biggs Burke, right? So those are the three things that happened. What happens over the course of time is one, Jay-Z gets more business acumen. Jay-Z recognizes, oh, the way we're running our business may not be the best way to run a business. That's the first thing that Jay starts to figure out. It's like, oh man, these dudes are doing stuff that may not be helpful. Biggs is over here doing what he's doing. He's still got one foot in the streets, one foot in the industry. Dame is creating problems because now Dame, and this is all documented. So check me if I'm wrong, 25. Dame is breaking into offices and screaming on label executives about stuff. He's making deals behind the scenes, and Dame makes a really, really, really big mistake where Jay-Z, right after he marries Beyonce, they go on vacation. Well, while they're on vacation, Dame and Cameron, who had just signed to Rockefeller Records, go on 106 in Park and say, "Hey, Cameron is the new
One more time.
co-chair, co-CEO, co-president. He's the president of
Spin this
Rockefeller
jump. Y'all
Records."
ain't got to spin this jump?
Hmm. Hmm.
Nah, so he goes on 106 in Park and makes the announcement while Jay-Z's on vacation. Jay-Z knows nothing about this. Cameron is now the president of Rockefeller Records. Now you got two partners, and you go on and you try to name a president. So now Jay-Z's looking at it from a standpoint of he's trying to replace me. So Jay starts to make moves on his end. At which point, Jay does a thing where he says, "Okay, I'm retiring from rap. I'm getting out of it." In fact, no, this is after Kingdom Come. So Jay's like, "All right, well, me, Dame, and Biggs. Well, me and Dame aren't getting along at all because that's where the Cameron thing came from. Cameron and Jim Jones and them start dissing Jay while they're on the label. Um, and Jay's like, yeah, this is a bad look. So he's like, well, let's just break it all up, split it three ways. So they decide to sell Rockefeller Records to Def Jam, right? What Dame and Biggs both don't know, I think probably Dame doesn't know more than Biggs, but the word is that the public sentiment is that Jay didn't tell Dame or Biggs. I know Dame didn't know at all because Dame would never have done it. Biggs says he doesn't know, so we'll take him at his word. Jay made a deal with Def Jam to become the president and CEO of Def Jam. And as part of getting the presidency of Def Jam, one of the things he asked for was the masters to all of his albums that he released under Def Jam, which he got.
Hmm.
What did I get wrong?
I'm on board.
So so after now, Dame is starting to hit. Dame is now aligned with Jim Jones and the Diplomats guys because that's who stuck with him after everything went down. I should have brought my book bag. That's who stuck with him after everything went down. Everybody had a choice from Rockefeller to either join Jay with what he was doing or to go with Dame. The people who chose Jay. Kanye chose Jay. Um, Rihanna wouldn't have fell under that. I'm trying to think of the people. I think Free chose Jay. Beanie chose Jay. I think the people that chose Dame were people who were already Dame people. So like Cam chose Dame. Trying to think who else chose Dame. But
Oh no,
some of the people who
the
chose Dame,
Rangers.
yeah,
What
the
about Chris and
Rangers.
Neef and Owen Sparks?
Chris and Neef. Well, I think Chris and Neef and Owen Sparks chose Dame.
What about
I
Mace?
think I think State Prop stayed with Dame. Mace wasn't
Hey,
really a Rockefeller artist. He like so Mace was one of the guys like Joe Budden that came at the very very last part, and those guys were just released from their contracts. They didn't get to choose.
old Dirty chose Dame.
Oh, Dirty chose Dame.
So
Yeah.
the only
Um.
reason that Dame is being relevant again of conversation is because he went on to the Breakfast Club and threw all them shits at Charlemagne, and now we're back to the Dame in general. Because at first nobody was fucking
Well,
talking
that's the
about
thing.
Dame.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, Cups just wanted background on, saying what happened.
Did they clear it up for you, Cups, at all? Did that help?
Yeah, cause I just
I
wanted
mean,
to know
as
how I
much.
got so deep that Memphis Bleak, you know what I'm saying? All these niggas are still getting paid off doing interviews and shit.
Well, the thing is, one, Bleak has a brand new platform that he's promoting. So Bleak just got signed by Nori to have his own podcast called a Rock Solid Podcast that's under the Nori podcast network. So he's aligned with
Mhm.
Drink Champs. So Nori's putting Memphis Bleak everywhere because Nori or actually said in an interview with was it Joe Budden? I want to say it was an interview with Joe Budden where he
Yeah.
said that the new thing to do, the best move to make right now is not to get the guy because the guy isn't going to talk. But the guy who's next to the guy who's next to the boss, will be willing to talk. So Bleak, you think about Bleak, you think about Tony Yayo. Tony Yayo has a podcast. You think about all these guys here. They're the guys that were next to the guy. You're not gonna get 50. You're not gonna get Jay. You might not gonna get Puff. You're not gonna get those guys who are the major, major, major players. But you can get the guys that were in
Can
the
you
room with the major
imagine
players to talk
telling
all the
niggas
time.
stuff? That'd be crazy.
Yes, yes. No, it wouldn't. I think it would actually be really entertaining,
The last time we seen Puff
especially if
on
he
the
decided to tell the
kick.
truth.
No, because Puff did. There was times where Puff got on to did interviews on podcasts and at the Breakfast Club, and he did one Drink Champs, I think. But it was a time where like they replayed what he had said in the joint and asked Puff like, "Bro, what did you mean by this? Like, did you not know this is what you were saying?" When he was like drunk as fuck and he was telling Fab like, "Yo, Fab, why you having a party
When
with
you
me?"
gonna come party with me,
Yeah,
man?
like they dude was doing.
I've
He's
been
like,
trying
I
to
But
like,
that
party
wasn't a
with you, daddy.
podcast.
yeah,
But
like
that
I.
wasn't a podcast. That was just him talking.
But that's what I'm saying now. Just and he was drunk. So imagine if you say here had a Diddy had his own podcast and he's sitting here talking to, bro. It should be wild, bro. It should be the wildest shit. You probably hear some legit wild ass shit, bro.
Correct. And so let me ask you this: do you think people are watching a Diddy podcast and consuming a Diddy podcast or not? If Diddy started a
People are gonna watch
podcast,
a Diddy
are people
podcast.
watching? People are watching a
People are
Diddy
gonna watch
podcast.
because they're expecting Diddy to say wild shit. That's what they're. That's why they're gonna
Uh,
be watching.
Diddy would have the best guests. Diddy would have Diddy would have amazing sound. Diddy would have crazy stories. Like That's what people check podcasts out for.
This is still Sean P. Diddy Cole. This is still Puffy.
That
Like,
he's still
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not saying Puffy not big, and I'm not saying like Puffy don't
Pause.
have. He doesn't have
hey,
like what I'm saying the connections
Hey,
to.
yo, hold on, wait. You're not gonna fly by that, bro. Don't tell us how big Puffy is. Don't do that, bro.
so wait.
I'm not.
So
I'm not gonna say
Sean
that these are
Combs is
not.
coming home, right?
If he come,
Sean Combs is
Um,
coming
we'll
home,
check
right?
it on.
then of course he'll yes, and we're gonna get like the Cat Williams, Shannon Sharp version of Diddy.
Talking to my office guys.
But is the world ready to
Look,
endure
y'all, I don't think
what
anybody answered
Diddy?
my question. He's coming home, right?
That shit sweet.
2-5.
Mhm.
He's coming home, right?
Yeah, Diddy coming home. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
hasn't been finished yet.
Well, he hasn't been. Yeah, he hasn't been sentenced yet. We don't know when he goes. His sentencing is next month.
Yes, in October. Yeah.
So a lot of people are expecting that he'll get time served and probably be home a little bit before or a little bit after Christmas.
Like a decent man from a city of demons.
And the party is going to be crazy. Are y'all going to go to it?
You
Absolutely not.
They sent you the invite. They sent you the invite, Lethal.
No, bro. I'm just saying. When Diddy come
Oh, okay.
home, bro, he gonna send out a worldwide invitation
I,
to the
I don't
Diddy
know if you had
party.
the outfit picked out
If
already.
if
Mojo.
I
Does
was if I
Diddy
I
was
beat?
if I was as famous as I wanted to be, I would get blackballed for turning down a Diddy party.
mean,
Will Diddy be bigger or smaller as far as his
Wow.
legacy after this?
What are we?
I mean, you can't take away what he did. You know what I mean?
Like, how big was? How
You
big was
know,
he? Two. Go ahead.
I mean,
He was
who
monumental.
legacy do you rather have? Who legacy is more impactful? Jay Z's legacy or Biggie's legacy?
What
Jay
are these
Z.
questions, dog? What are these questions, dog?
Biggie's got like a year and a half of legacy.
I thought he was talking about Diddy.
I mean, Diddy.
Oh,
Yeah, I meant Diddy.
uh, um, I
Well,
would say,
according to
I
somebody
would.
in this in this group, sorry, according to somebody in this group, we will never mention Jay Z again in 10 years, right?
Bro,
I
what
mean,
I would.
music,
between Jay
bro?
Z and Diddy,
Girl,
Well,
between
I
Jay
would
girl,
Z
say.
and Diddy,
girl, girl.
whose
Well,
legacy is really
Somebody said
is better?
I would say Jay. I would say Jay because with Diddy, you have to factor in. Forget the stuff that he's in trouble for now. You got to factor in all the artists that he ripped off, and
Yep.
like like nobody left that label as a success. Outside of like we knew their name.
Are we so? Are we just
yeah.
speaking?
And
Are we
I'm
tying
actually
just
reading.
music? Are you tying music legacy and not business legacy too into the two? Because Jay Z is
No, I think they're
a business.
intertwined. I think they're
Okay.
intertwined, and because I'm actually reading Mark Curry's book right now, Dancing with the Devil,
there's a book
and
everywhere to my crew go.
like if that stuff that he's saying is true, like Diddy's even worse than we could ever think he was before we knew the stuff we know now.
But Diddy did
Which is
create a
crazy.
lot of like he did put together a lot of like stuff in this world that we know today as like good business investments. When we say like business wise, not just music industry stuff.
No, for sure, for sure. But it is what it is. Like I don't want nothing to do with his legacy because at least with somebody like R. Kelly, for example. Obviously he has his transgressions, but R. Kelly is like he's considered like a direct, he's in GOAT conversations and he's the king of R&B, those type of things. Like Diddy's known as in his main field is known as a thief that uses people,
He was the hype man.
and he was trying to steal their shine, you know what I mean? Instead of like letting his legacy be, look at what I created, he wanted to be the focus.
That's the same I could say for like DJ Khaled and how he be acting with his, and how he be
Well, no,
moving
because
too. Him
Khaled
and Diddy
doesn't
about the
rap,
same.
so he needs those people to, you know what I mean, to enhance his legacy, to show like I can work with these different people and do all these different things. So like it makes sense. Diddy is literally like, I'm gonna have you write my music, but I'm the star. You know what I'm saying? And nobody will know that you wrote my music, and I'm not gonna pay you well for writing my. I mean, like Biggie, like people think that he had something to do with Biggie's death. You know, people think he had something to do with Pac's death. He, look at how he treated Biggie's wife after the fact, as far as her being broken, whatnot.
I mean, that's the same for
You,
Suge though too.
yeah, but nobody's talking about Suge as having a great legacy either.
Nobody. So my question is, do you think making the band was Diddy's genuine attempt at trying to, put people on, or do you think just because if we think about where society was or where the culture was in that time, like it was all about, reality TV and all those just were scams. Like you would hear about Pimp My Ride. Well, Exhibit would tell you probably, what I'm saying, that Pimp My Ride was authentic. But there are
Well,
plenty of people who said, oh, go ahead.
I think that Diddy, a part of that was somebody was willing to give Diddy a bag and he took it. Because what happened to the band? I mean, they put out that one album, and then when's the last time you heard from any of them?
Right.
But then you'll be like, did he fall victim to the the white life, the white power? You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
Where
I wouldn't say that because Diddy's a grown man that's responsible for his own actions.
but we seen how corrupted this world is, bro. And we seen how, you know what I'm saying, powerful people and power when you got money, you're in that different tax bracket, you got money and power, bro, it changes your life is totally different, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Correct me if I'm wrong, too. Five Diddy um was on before he met Big, right?
Mhm.
And what was he? He was like an A&R or something that turned into an exec.
Yes, he was the A&R for Arista and created Bad Boy with I forgot his first name, but his last name was Burrow. But then that's even a part of Diddy's legacy because allegedly the guy invested 25%, and at some point Diddy and the goons went to see him and held him at gunpoint to get the 25% back.
Hmm.
And then when he tried to press charges or whatever, like he mysteriously got arrested for some other stuff, and he couldn't file the case because too much time had.
so basically Diddy is the best criminal mastermind of all time.
One of them.
Where would you put Diddy and El Chapo?
What are we doing?
I'm dead.
You say El Chapo?
My guy. So you mentioned a few things. One, Mike, thanks for the 2 5, thanks for the, that update about the origins of Bad Boy Records. Definitely nailed it. Puffy started it with another guy and then ended up like making the guy sign over his rights to Diddy's mom. That was also a story that came out at
He beat up
gunpoint.
Steve Stout.
He beat up Steve Stout. That's the thing. But yeah, now
He
Puffy.
he
I
beat
mean,
up Kim Porter's boyfriend at L.A. Reid's wedding, and you know didn't get in trouble for that.
yeah, Diddy been doing this for a while. Now, Diddy ain't, but I mean, his musical legacy is what it is. His musical legacy is what it is. He's a much better version of Khaled. Um, if you think about sort of the thing, so that's what you're talking about. You were talking about Aris the record. So Puffy actually was an A&R, but A&R, but Puffy pretty much came up with the style of Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, um, like those artists. Like that was his blueprint early. I mean, he built his name off that, working with Andre Harrell over at Aris.
Right.
And Puffy was also a dancer. He was a background dancer.
That explains the freak offs.
You don't want your you don't want your CEO all in the videos, all on stage.
I remember the Breeze Stretch Shaker era. With Diddy, he definitely was all in your music videos for sure.
For sure, for sure.
But what's Dame's and Cameron's current beef? Why do they care so much about paid in full and who's gonna be each other's boss? Like I understand what y'all was saying, but like what broke down between them, I guess.
You want to take it? Or you want me to take? Or you want me to take it?
Well,
25.
I'll just say like one or two sentences, and then you can take it from there. Um, I think they just learned that the way that Dame was conducting business isn't a model that you can be successful long term. When you're on top of the game and everything, you get a little more leeway. You can say things to people that you shouldn't say, all that kind of stuff. Even then, it gets old after a long time. And there's only so much disrespect people are going to tolerate before they find a way to freeze you out. And
Yep.
so Dame, so in some way, Dame, well, in a lot of ways, Dame put a lot of this on himself. You know what I mean? He probably thought that Jay should have been, and I don't know because I wasn't there, but from his perspective, he probably feels that Jay could have been more upfront and forthcoming with either how he was feeling or things that he might be trying to do. Whereas Jay was looking at it like, you know what, you a lost cause. And says I'm gonna do what I can to free myself from.
Yeah. I think for Cam, just looking at, I think it's a recurring theme. We talked about what happened with Jay. You got to ask yourself, okay, if Cam chose Dame, right, and Cam went with Dame, that means that Cam put himself in the Jay position with Dame. So if Dame was who Dame acts like he is, then Cameron should have had a whole lot more success after they split from Jay. The problem is that he bet on Dame, he bet on Cam, and Cam wasn't down for the same stuff that Jay wasn't down for. And so then he starts to
Hmm.
resent Cam because Cam won't allow him to try to little boy him like he wants to. Like there's stories that Jim Jones told.
Because Cam got all the leeway in this paid in full
No, so what
remake
happened with
anyway.
that? So when it came to the Paid in Full, so Paid in Full was released under Rockefeller Films. I want to say it was under Rockefeller Films. But Dame had creative control over Paid in Full. Cam was the star of, well, Cam was one of the stars of Paid in Full because Mekhi Phifer was in Paid in Full,
And Wood
and I
Harris.
forgot what Harris was
Yeah, I
in
know. Like, yeah,
was
as
in Paid
far
in
as
Full.
the yeah,
So what happens is that I forgot who bought the rights. Was it Revolt?
Uh-huh.
Revolt bought the rights to Paid in Full, and they decided they want to make it into a TV show. Well, 50 is over that, like 50 is over that part. And Cam and so Dame started saying, "Oh well, I'm the chairman of Revolt for a
Revolt.
month." So let me tell y'all, as somebody who runs a business, y'all that has a board.
I'll be right back.
All right, as somebody who runs a business that has a board, you don't make somebody the chair of your board for a month.
That would be
I
that would
mean,
be dramatic. A
That
dramatic
makes no
and a
sense.
drastic move.
You don't make
that's not even me taking a vacation from work and having my assistant run that joint for a month and be
right.
like, yeah, you the
And
boss.
if you
You the
were
real
like, so let's say
boss
you had a
now.
situation where you do have a board chair, right? And the board chair is gonna go away for a month, so you need an interim board chair. There are bylaws that run your organization to tell you exactly what to do. The person that's currently the vice board chair moves up to board chair on an interim basis, and they just act as the board chair. But the title of board chair does not change. So for Dame to come out and say, "Oh,
Facts.
they made me the board chair of a major multi-million
My
dollar
salary.
corporation for a month, so that I can acquire to see if I can acquire this collateral, and if I acquire the collateral, then it becomes a permanent position." That doesn't make sense logically. And Dame only does that for the same reason Dame does interviews talking about Jay-Z. Dame benefits from people who don't know what the hell they're talking about, just believe in him.
which is crazy because I was sitting there reading the article. I'm like, bro, I think it was Vice. I think it was Vice who broke the news,
No, Dame broke the
and I'm
news.
like,
Dame broke the news.
no, I'm talking about the article though. There was an article. There was a written
There's an
article
article about.
that basically.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't read the article.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. There was a because the shade room posted it and everything. Because remember the Dame the my bad the day that Dame went on the Breakfast Club and broke the news, there was an article on the same day, I think, written by Vice or another popular outlet.
What did the article say? Can you share it?
And um, I shared that John in the chat,
Oh, see, I didn't see the article.
but I'll look for it in a second. But yeah, no, that was the whole thing about it though. But to piggyback off what you were saying though, he was blatantly lying about the shit.
Yeah.
But it's like yeah, he wanted it that bad. Cause I'm reading it, and I'm like, bro, that doesn't make sense for somebody to be a chairman for 30 days and then it just gonna step down. It's like okay,
Right. No, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. That's not a real thing that happens in business, unfortunately, Dame. But Dame has always benefited from people who don't know what they're talking about, just running with the stuff that Dame says. But also something that 2-5 said that's really important to remember in business and life is you always gotta be careful how you treat people because the same people you see on the way up, you're gonna see on the way down. And if you treat those people like trash on the way up, they're not gonna help you on your way down. So when you out here doing interviews, bashing Jay-Z, talking trash about people that you worked with, guess what? When you fall way behind on funds, they're not gonna step up to help you. That's not gonna be a thing. But people seem to think that, oh, like that's owed to you. Nobody owes you anything,
hmm
for sure. Everybody gone.
I'll be looking for tonight, fellas.
It's Friday, my guy. It's actually this is the 25. I didn't realize that it's the 25 year anniversary of my high school graduation this year. So they're actually doing our 25. We have homecoming. Everybody gone? The hell? We have homecoming tonight. So I'm headed to homecoming. North Charleston High School. It's gonna be great. See a lot of people I haven't seen since high school. And that's that. So yeah.